Hi everybody! In today's video we're going to take a closer look at the Disney Beauty and the Beast Ufufy collection. So let me show you the tag first and foremost. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Ufufy? Let's take a look. U-F-U-F-Y. To me, that would be pronounced Ufufy, so I hope I've got it right. If you think it's pronounced differently, please let me know in the comments because I don't want to sound like a nut and pronounce it wrong for too long. And as you can see there on the tag, it says originally created by Disney Store Japan. So because Beauty and the Beast is my very favorite Disney movie and story, I got the 5 that were from the Beauty and the Beast collection. So I just wanted to give you a little bit closer look at them in case you were interested in getting them, but you really weren't sure like what size they were, or, you know, what they really looked like, their quality, how squishy they are. So let's take a closer look at them and I'll tell you a little bit more about them in terms of cost and size and all that. So first up is Belle, and as you can see, she's wearing her yellow or gold, I guess, a ball gown, and she's got little arms and legs, and that seems to be true of most of them, is that as long as the character has arms and legs, they give them little arms and legs on the Ufufy, and their faces are embroidered. So you can see Belle even has little eyelashes embroidered and a little smile and eyebrows, but everybody's faces are embroidered, and she's got her brown hair pulled up in her usual little like half bun in the back, and they've even embroidered little swirls on the front kind of her bangs. And I think the back of her hair is so funny because it's so big. It's like a big cape of hair. It's kind of funny. But underneath it, you can even, you know, see her dress. It's all the way around in the back. And then she's got her little yellow shoes. So something that they said online about these too is that obviously they're plushies, but that there's some like beans on the bottom. So if you kind of squish their butts, which sounds wrong, I know, but if you kind of squish their butts, you can tell that they do have some beans on the bottom, and I think that might help them stand up a little bit better. Something else that all the characters from the Beauty and the Beast collection have in common is that you'll see this tag on the front that says, "I smell like a rose." So they all have that, and they're all rose scented. So next up is the Beast, and he's also in his formal wear. So you can see he's got his dark blue pants and his light blue jacket. And in the back, he has his mane, I guess, brought back into a little blue bow. And then his little tail's right there. And his face is also embroidered, and I really like how much detail they went into on his face. Like how just like they gave him his horns and his ears, and then like his big but like different colored eyebrows or fur, and his fangs. So I think they gave him a lot of good detail. Next is Cogsworth, who besides Belle, who's like my favorite from Beauty and the Beast, Cogsworth is also sort of my favorite from Beauty and the Beast because he's just so funny. So even though he is a clock, they did still give him arms and legs, and his are just a little bit different, obviously. You can see his pendulum there on his tummy, and his face with this really cute little like yellow button nose. His mustache in the movie was his hands on his clock face, so they kept that here. You can see the hands and even some markers for the time. And the back of him is really simple. There's really nothing going on the back. Just on the bottom, he's got a gold kind of band embroidered around his bottom. Next is Lumiere, and Lumiere has arms but no feet. So that's pretty accurate because when he's in his candelabra form, he doesn't actually have feet. So he's just got like a flat bottom to him with some scallop kind of embroidery going around the bottom. And he does have his 2 arms, and they are sewn down into place. He also has a little flame coming up the top of his head, and he has eyes and a nose that actually sticks out, but he's got no mouth that we can see. Also, the back of him is pretty plain. And last but not least is Chip. So Chip's nose is his handle, of course. And then you can see, if you look around his rim, that part of the gold on the top of his rim is missing because that's where his chip is. And then there is, actually, if you look really closely, a little like triangle sewn into just his body to show you kind of where that chip would be. He's got a really cute little smirk because he's smiling, and as you may have noticed, they all have rosy cheeks. But also true to the movie, he has no arms and no legs. So his base is just purple and gold, and then the back of him again is pretty plain. Price-wise, these are normally $6.95 each, plus shipping and handling from the Disney Store website, unless you can find them in a store. But I found them as of this morning on the Disney Store website for 2 for $5. So if you're interested in getting any of the Ufufys, because they were all that price, I believe, then you can get them for 2 for $5 as of right now. And squishiness, I love stuffed animals in general, but I especially love squishy stuffed animals. So these are pretty squishy, if you ask me. Like, I feel bad like beating them up, but let me show you. Like, they're pretty squishy. And the beans are definitely only in the bottom. I can like feel them down there. They're nowhere else. There's no beans in the middle or the top at all. And there's very few beans. I should mention the beans that are in the bottom are very few, but they're really squishy and smushy and soft. And I really like that. So I think these are sort of like, I don't know if you've seen the Disney plushes that are called, I saw them at the outlet. They were like Cuddles or Cuddlies or something. And they're like super squishy and soft. And I don't know how they get them so like squishable, but that's kind of what this reminds me of. Like, they're really nice and squishy. So if you're looking for something not just cute but also squishy, this is it. Even the Beast is really squishy. I mean, they're all just, you could just smush them like this. Also, let's talk tag. So something that annoys me, I hate to say it, but it's true, about the Tsum Tsums is that there's so much tag for such a little stuffed guy. So the same is really true about the Ufufy. So they have this huge tag, which look folds like this. So it's like a big 3-part tag on like their body. And then on their bottoms, there are another technically 3 tags. And this is a lot more like what the Tsum Tsums have. And I just think it's way too much. Like, here's a little tag, here's a huge tag, and here's another little tag. Like, what do we need 4 tags for on one stuffed animal? I don't understand. So they're killing me with these tags on these guys because they're so cute. And when I display them, like, I just don't want to see so much tag all the time. So if Disney ever asks for my opinion, that's what I'm going to tell them. Please stop putting such big tags on everything. And for tags that are totally, in my opinion, unnecessary, like ones that tell you something smells, maybe we could not poke it directly through somebody's cheek. Anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed taking a closer look at the Beauty and the Beast Ufufy collection. And again, please let me know if you think I'm pronouncing that correctly or not. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you guys later. See ya!